cash crop banned in Virginia for decades will soon be legally grown in the Commonwealth thanks to some new legislation. NBC 29's Jenna Dagenhart's live in our Charlottesville newsroom with that story. Jenna?
Hey, Casey. Governor Terry McAuliffe signed a bill this week that would legally allow people to manufacture hemp as long as they have a permit to do so from the Virginia Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. That law goes into effect July 1st of this year. The Virginia Industrial Hemp Coalition calls it a historic milestone after years of lobbying for legalization. Hemp had been banned because of its association with marijuana, but unlike its cannabis cousin, hemp has many harmless, lucrative uses. Hemp is refined into hemp seed foods, hemp oil, rope, cloth, paper, and fuel. Right now, France, Canada, and many other countries illegally grow hemp.
This is going to open up our farmers to that global market, and it's really increasing double-digit growth as well because of the great reasons of the nutritious seed. I mean, BMW has it in their cars. A lot of people don't realize that. It's already. They're looking at putting manufacturing plants here in Virginia already.
The Hemp Coalition says the United States is the largest importer of industrial hemp products, so being able to grow it at home is big. Despite Virginia's victory, many states still do not have the right to grow hemp. That's because of a national ban from the 1970 Controlled Substances Act.
Jenna Dagenhart live in the newsroom tonight. Thank you, Jenna.
Minnesota farmers may soon be able to grow an illegal drug as part of a pilot project with the Minnesota Department of Agriculture. It stems from the Minnesota Industrial Hemp Development Act, which was passed in last year's legislative session. ABC 6 News reporter Megan Stewart talked with a local farmer who hopes to grow hemp.
Just a small test plot.
Andrew John Meyer is standing on his family farm in Zumbrota, where he hopes to plant hemp. It's a federally controlled substance, considered an illegal drug.
Industrial hemp is a crop that doesn't contain only trace amounts of THC or any psychoactive substances, so people could come in and steal it, but it wouldn't get them much, I guess.
John Meyer's hopes may soon be realized. Earlier this month, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration granted Minnesota a permit to begin work on an industrial hemp pilot project to study the crop. State ag officials say soon they will be taking applications for Minnesota farmers to participate, hoping to start planting the crop as soon as this spring, the first time legally in more than 50 years.
And it's currently slated to go into soybeans.
John Meyer says it couldn't come at a better time. He wants to grow industrial hemp for livestock feed, and with commodity prices so low, he will only be planting beans and barley this year. But the clock is ticking. Soon, John Meyer will have to buy seed for those crops, meaning the hemp would be put on hold.
You've already paid for it, so you might as well plant it.
In Zumbrota, Megan Stewart, ABC 6 News.
Farmers would need to purchase hemp seeds from Canada or another country because they are not sold legally in the United States. The farmers would also need to submit security and research plans to ag officials as part of the pilot project vetting process.
Farmer discusses plans for hemp as a viable crop after the state's ag commissioner announces a test program. Governor Jack Dalrymple signed a bill into law last session that would potentially allow the beginning of the commercial hemp industry in the state to be used in items such as clothing. Ag Commissioner Doug Goring announced the 4 farmers that would be included in the state's hemp program earlier this week. Anthony Humes caught up with one of them for the details.
Clarence Lobb is one of 4 farmers who've been accepted into the industrial hemp program.
My proposal was for 10 acres and that was accepted, so I figured 10 acres would be probably the smallest I want to do just for given size of the equipment used. And then you use a small plot, you go with a big air drill and a big combine, it's hard to take good data off of it.
The state's ag department says he was chosen because he has a well-thought-out plan for the industrial hemp.
He plans on using almost all parts of the plant, plans on collecting a lot of the scientific data that really will make his research replicable. So that's an important part.
Clarence plans to plant the seeds near his home in the hope that this will deter unwanted trespassers.
Yes, I'm planning actually putting it right over there between the hills. I figure it's a nice secluded spot. It's not by any road, so I don't have to worry about people stopping, getting out, going into it and stuff. It's something I can keep a close eye on.
The seeds for growing industrial hemp will be brought in from Canada. I'm Anthony Humes reporting for West Dakota Fox News at 9.
North Dakota is one of 10 states that allow growing industrial hemp. Other states include Colorado, Washington, and Maine.
A&M University may soon be able to do research on hemp. Lawmakers are working on a bill allowing the university to begin industrial hemp production along with the University of Florida. State Representative Dwight Dudley is a sponsor. He says hemp production is environmentally friendly and could yield big benefits for the schools.
That research will help maybe result in some patents for the universities, and they'll be able to make money from that and help the people.
The House Agriculture and Natural Resources Committee has already approved that legislation.